My next personal upload with regard to the daily experiences of offences that are occurring regards the issue of mental health and the issue of hatred and individuals conducting offences against a person, a private person, where they have no right to be around or who they don't have any right to be around. So just as a recovery advocate, I'm speaking as in this upload. The matter I'm raising is with regard to the insanity of the fuel that's fed to any wrongdoings, negligence or exacerbation. Now, as I've mentioned, there has been an ombudsman procedure commenced with regard to my son being unlawfully separated from me. And up to this present day, I'm still awaiting from the government and the ombudsman and the politicians and the authorities to address the happenings of what has occurred to my child. Now, we all know how difficult it is for people to address circumstances such as harm and damages and losses to an innocent child of 2 years of age. We also know how serious it is for agencies to address their failings also with regard to their wrongdoings. But in this personal experience, from this personal perspective, there's a little bit of a difference when it involves treason. So basically what I'm highlighting is the issue of how failings caused against innocence and an innocent mother. The fact that any harm would be caused or facilitated just gives fuel to the fire of occurrences of harm that have been caused as a consequence of bad decision making and bad choices. So this matter is quite arduous for any mother to be experiencing. I'm waiting 3 years for my child. My home is being trespassed and intruded upon by people that are breaking the law. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm of the President's Award. I'm of the Duke of Edinburgh Award. These kind of things, aren't to be in my experience. But because of sick people in society, there is a very serious problem being caused. As a humanitarian, I am speaking in this upload. I'm speaking as a recovery advocate of sanity and sobriety. And I find it very difficult to come to terms with professionals of an honourable government not addressing the failings of agencies in society that are of negligence. There isn't any safeguards for damaging an innocent child, and exacerbation just makes a little bit more of a serious problem. So I'm just very curious with regard to the offences I've experienced in Kerry University Hospital, where I was prescribed medication that was highly inappropriate, that caused harm to my anatomy, where I experienced defamation, misdiagnoses, I experienced theft of my belongings, and at the moment there are representatives of that body within a 15 to 20 kilometre radius. So this is all very serious when the Ombudsman and the Mental Health Commission and the Medical Council have been made aware of this. So as an innocent woman, as a mother, as a recovery advocate, what kind of a message is this giving out to young people? And it's very serious that my child isn't in my care. So when you're of royal descent, and this is another aspect of it, these people don't just get to intrude and trespass and impose upon a person. They're to respect the boundaries of safety and protection, and they didn't do that. So this is a public knowledge issue. This is a common knowledge issue. And there's a lot of failings transpiring in all of this matter, and it's quite serious. My child, like any mother, is precious. Everyone thinks their child is precious. My child isn't in my care. My child has been harmed very dangerously as a consequence, and that is common knowledge. So I'm very curious about how safe people think they are making this situation with further offences with regard to the damages they've already been making and the neurosis that they're suffering from when they think they're altering society and rearranging the agents and aspects of society. There are imposters imposing upon this woman. They are not of my legislative developments, they are not of my qualifications, they are not of my property or ancestry, they are not a mother to my child. And they are not legal in their actions or lawful in their actions. So I really hope this raises awareness for young women, because there's a very dangerous problem after being caused in Ireland as a consequence of people overlooking my good work that I mentioned in a previous upload. And it also raises awareness about those people that have caused harm and that have jeopardised and disrespected the Constitution. There's good politics and bad politics, there's good business and bad business, and there's good gains and bad gains. And those stealing from me after harming an innocent child I gave birth to on the 14th of the 10th, 2015, that are absolutely disrespectful of international humanitarian protection, royal patronage, whistleblower protection laws, and Regent's Law. They are breaking every law possible after damaging a beautiful child. And I'm just wondering, as a recovery of advocate, what is the level of sanity and sobriety of these people deluding themselves with further offences and not addressing their debts, damages and defamation issues. So the entire matter is quite serious for the country, and I'm very concerned that there is also blasphemy occurring. So those perverting my privacy and thinking they're above the law when they have stolen personal belongings and have been involved in medical negligence and treason, and when they have damaged an innocent child, how are women of this country perceiving this entire matter? There is absolutely no reason for the Ombudsman or the Honourable Government not to address my applications. So this is a day-to-day issue that I'm experiencing. I'd appreciate it if the authorities would address the liabilities, the culprits that have harmed an innocent child that I gave birth to. They're causing a very serious problem in my hometown where I grew up and where I've been born.